and quick.
Okay.
Where did I put my controller? On the floor. Okay, there we go. Did you already read the judge's line, or?
Oh, I did.
Okay, I agree. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So where are you right now? Hold on.
I'm on Maybe Yous Ain't Listening.
Okay. Where are you on now? Maybe yous ain't listening. Of course I was. I never set foot outside. I had meetings all day with a bunch of cats who wanted to do business with me. I ain't never seen that young kid before.
I do believe the witness's last statement was important. Mr. Godot, if you could please.
Mr. Tigray, the court asked you to add that last statement to your testimony.
Don't let an animal beat you. Be a man, Your Honor, and ask him yourself.
Swift as a coursing river.
Yes. Yes.
The day you was talking about, I was in the office too. I never saw that kid before.
Alright, press. You didn't know Mr. Glenn Elg? Really?
I don't mess with the guppies when there are bigger fish to fry. What do you say, boss?
Who, me?
How's about I hit you with a fat $200,000?
Well, I was thinking about purchasing a nice car from Europe. He's seriously considering this? Wow, the Tiger's a really good salesman, huh? Yeah, and if you want to sell this case, I need to if I want to sell this case, I need to copy him. How about you hit him with a fat piece of evidence, boss? God damn it, Maya. I should have tried to say that in a more like Brooklyn-esque accent, but I'm really bad at it. Alright. I wish it was that easy. Just kidding, it is that easy. Bitch! Alright.
Have a calendar.
Yes, have a fucking calendar. That is shaped like a horse. And jockey. Mr. Tigray. You claim you didn't know Mr. Glenn Elg. But it appears that Mr. Elg knew you.
What?
Mr. Elg left this little note on his calendar. Meet with the Tiger. And the date, December 3rd. December 3rd? That's the day of the murder! So, Mr. Tigray, I submit that you did indeed know one Mr. Glenn Elg. Because on the very day of the incident, you met with him.
Not bad. You's actually not bad.
Sorry?
So I love how you keep saying, "Oh, I have a bad Brooklyn accent." Like, yeah, like mine's so much better.
Hey, it's passable.
Sure, that's a word for it. Okay. Okay, cool. Just checking how much we have left of court today. Basically, how much we have left of this case.
Oh, got it.
I was just messing with you to see how good you were.
Did you hear that, Nick? He said you're not bad. That's one compliment I could do without. Plus, he's lying through his teeth. Witness, please remember that you're under oath. Lies will not be tolerated.
You's calling me a liar? Is that what you's doing?
Ruh-roh! God damn it.
So you're saying that your claim to have never seen the kid before is the truth? I said I'm dead serious. You's better believe that's the truth. Huh. Then I'd say that gives me time to enjoy another cup of pure black magic. That is, while you testify for the court again, Mr. Tigray.
Oh, yes, would you mind indulging the court witness? You never actually met the victim? That's got to be a lie right there. It's time I nailed this guy. To the wall! Witness testimony, the victim, Glenn Elg.
I ain't no liar. I never met Glenn Elg. There was some lame guy with that name, though. Wanted to borrow cash from me. I set up a meeting with the guy at my office, tender lender. I ain't waiting out for him, but he ain't never showed. I ain't never been to that Tribulations joint. You hears? You's here?
Aha! We have the thing for that.
What thing? Excuse
The
me.
matches. The Trabian matches.
Très bien match. Okay, here we go. All right.
I'm not always 100% on the ball, but sometimes I got it. Sometimes I use
Well, you're ahead of me because I
machine.
completely forgot about those things. Then again, we do have almost 3 full pages worth of shit.
Right. So I might always gloss over the actual answer, but once we get past that point, I'm usually pretty okay with things.
Accurate.
I use my think machine sometimes. All right. It is very accurate, yes. Okay. I see. That all seems perfectly logical. You had arranged to meet with the victim, but he didn't show up.
I've heard it's pretty hard to keep appointments when you're dead.
Oh my god, Godot.
I should know. Remember, I came back from the dead. I missed a lot of appointments.
My doctor is right pissed with me.
Broke a lot of hearts there, too.
That's okay. They'll come back. They always come back. But just because they want seconds doesn't mean they get any. Alright, moving on. Okay. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor.
Didn't I tell you I got a big deal going down today? I ain't gonna make my bus now. I'm gonna have to take the express train. That bill's going straight to you, right?
Grrr.
Cross-examination of the victim, Glen Elg. Hooray! I get to narrate!
Hooray! My voice gives me super strength.
I'm friends with Spider-Man!
Yay. Hey, look, it's me! Tristan, that ain't you. That's a big purple dinosaur.
Oh my god. Classic. I've actually, because there's 2 different YouTubers who almost at the same time started reacting to Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge at the same time. Like I watched both of them and they, within a week of each other, started reacting at the same time. I've actually been seeing the OG Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge episodes. I'm like, you know what? The quality is garbage, but these jokes are pretty damn funny, admittedly.
They're still funny.
Yeah, they hold up really well.
He re-recorded the first episode, but it's weird because it's I don't know, something about the original is still charming, even though every single line in the original is delivered extremely slowly.
Yep. Something he actually called out in a later episode.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's so good.
I ain't no liar. I never met Glen Elg.
Alright, so I already know which one we're gonna have to actually present evidence to, but let's see how far we can get with pressing these.
Let's see how far we get. Okay.
Exactly. And yet, your name was written on the victim's calendar.
Get that horse calendar out of my face. I'm the tiger, not a lame horse, you porcupine. Tigers like me eat horses like that for breakfast.
No. Witnesses aren't permitted to eat evidence. Not that they ever would.
Danielle, pal?
Yeah, right. I was waiting for that. Alright. Well, there was a case once where a young lad ate... Anyway! Shit lasts for weeks! Anyway.
Judge fucking Colin, Nick. Ouch.
I love it!
That's great.
Oh man, that was really good. I'm so glad that was there.
It didn't need to be, but it was good.
Yes. I love that. Anyway.
Just makes you think that maybe the judge has held resentment for Nick because of that for a long time.
Right? Also, he resents Nick for, quote-unquote, attempting to have him murdered.
Yeah. Well, no, it's now I like to imagine it's like that first case with Frank Sott, him just being there like, Oh, I remember this, twat.
Right?
This is the one that ate evidence.
With what was her name? Darla?
Donnie? Yeah, I think it was Donnie.
Donnie. That's pretty good. If you had never met the victim before, how do you explain this note he left?
There was some lame guy with that name, though, who wanted to borrow cash from me.
That's very strange. According to the manager of the firm where the victim worked, December 3rd was the date he had to repay his loan. He wasn't due to discuss borrowing money, but repaying what he owed.
Oh, yeah, maybe he's right. Whatever it was going down at the beginning of December.
So you did meet Mr. Elg then?
Hey, Wright, you just might want to cool your jets a sec. I set up a meeting with the guy at my office, Tender Lender.
So your meeting wasn't supposed to be at Tribulations then?
Why would I want to go to a dump like that? If I want to talk to my clients, I got an office decked out for the job. I got the best puncher bag you've ever saw in there.
Not exactly a professional office you've got there, you know.
I mean, hey, if it works for Dr. Chase Meridian and Batman Forever, why not?
Right?
Why do I remember that she has a punching bag?
Yeah, that is a random detail to remember.
Well, I know that the scene opened up when Bruce was like going into her office and he heard like her grunting. And he's like, oh no, she's under attack. So just fucking breaks down the damn door.
Right.
And she's like there punching the punching bag and she's like, you owe me a door.
Bitch, better pay up. Alright. So, you were in your office on the day in question?
I waited around for him, but he ain't ever showed.
On account of him being dead. Okay.
Hi, Lotta.
Right? He didn't show up.
What do you think, Trite? Let's see. How does a dead man get from a French restaurant to a loan shark's office?
Well, you see, we have this thing called channeling. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. And you yourself didn't go to Tribulations.
What are you trying to pin on me here? Why don't you just come down to my office? We can chat about this thing my way, yeah? I got the best punching bag you ever saw in there.
No need. I'm good, thanks.
Listen up. I ain't got nothing more to say except this. I ain't never been to that Tres Bien joint you's here.
Alright, here we go. Press that shit. Never. Not even once.
Not even once. I was in my office the day that went down. I didn't put no poison, no kid's coffee, capiche?
Seems legit. Okay. Do you think he really didn't meet Glenn Elk? Not likely. Because I'm convinced this guy's behind the whole thing. So you mean that old testimony he just gave was a lie? Of course. So we can't afford to give him time to think of ways to plug the leaks in it. I've got to nail him while I still can. Alright, here we go. Down to the last statement.
I ain't never been to that Tres Bien joint you was here.
Oh yeah?
Certainly never got any matches.
Right? Yeah, what about these fucking matches? Mr. Tigray, is there something
He's mocking me, boy.
Right? Bitch, I'm talking to you. Alright. Mr. Tigray, is there something you'd like to tell the court about these matches?
Matches? What you's talking about?
You really should use a lighter. Anyway. We found them in your office at Tender Lender. They're from that restaurant.
What?
If you've really never been to Tribulations before, what was a book of the restaurant's matches doing on your desk?
You've been stooping around my stuff now too, wise guy? What are you, my ball and chain? Ain't no boy controlling me.
That's sexist! Alright. Order!
Someone want to come down in my face and say that?
Ah! hides under the desk again.
You just hear a loud thud as she hits her head under the desk.
Ow! God damn it, Maya. Alright. You know what? Maybe now you should channel Mia. She probably wouldn't hide. She is kinda dead, so...
She's got nothing to lose!
Right? But it's my body!
She's got nothing to lose!
Right? Hey, wait a minute! Okay. Order! Order! Well, witness, I think it's time you started telling us the truth, don't you? Oh, just kidding! Sorry! I'm terribly sorry, forgive me!
I ain't no pussy, cat. I don't go back on what I said. But okay, I was at the joint that day.
What?
But listen good, alright? I might have been there, but I still never met that kid. Well, well. Looks like an order just came in for another testimony.
God damn it, Godot. Like, you know this guy's flat out lying to you.
Why can't you be
pissed?
Edgeworth and work with us?
Right? Alright. I'm this close to proving it was him. He did meet Glen Elg that day. And he did put poison in his coffee. He must have.
He has Wario's eyebrows.
Yes, he does.
I just noticed that.
Yes, he does. Alright, witness testimony at Tribulations.
I was supposed to meet with the kid at the restaurant that afternoon. When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. The guy was laid over on a table stiff as concrete. I figured if the place wasn't hot already, it was gonna be, so I split. Heard the cop siren on my way out, and I went straight back to my office. Oh shit, there's nothing that stands out there. They're making it harder.
Yeah, damn it. I see. You didn't actually meet with him in the end, then. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor.
Hold it. If I wait around here any longer, I ain't even gonna make the normal express. No more stupid questions. Huh, no problem. Let's make this next one a 45 penalties. Just cuz.
A sip, sip, sip.
Anytime Trap presses you on something irrelevant, I'll see he pays a penalty.
Mr. Godot, that's my job!
Your job is to slam that little hammer of yours and call a guilty verdict. Why does everyone say that?
Right? Literally, why does every prosecutor say that to me?
The only one I don't get that from is Winston Payne. And I just
guess
don't...
that might have something to do with the fact that he's incompetent, but whatever.
It's like, I almost want to say he's the only one I like, but I honestly don't like him just based on principle.
Right? But I also kind of hate that guy.
He's the only one that shows me respect, but I still hate him.
Right? Oh, I didn't hear you say, so do it.
Oh, did I? Okay, so do it.
Yes, sir!
The Special Express ain't cheap, right? Just so as you know, since you's paying.
Oh, man. Doesn't the rule of law mean anything around here? Well, I guess you better get this man the chair. Alright.
Also, obviously not. This man, quote, defended with a cardboard fucking badge.
Yes, right? He
At
fooled
3 p.m.
He fooled an entire court of law, albeit these people are a little, you know, a little bit on the dead side, but, considering it was the judge and Winston Payne, so...
And the rabble court.
Yes. Rabble. Alright. Cross-examination at Tribulations.
I was supposed to meet with the kid at the restaurant that afternoon.
Okay, so...
Do you want to do it again?
I'm gonna save, just in case, because I have a feeling that, Godot might actually chime in this time. But yeah, let's do it. So the meeting wasn't due to take place at Tender Lender at all, then?
The kid was making a fuss about coming into the office. It's always that way when I want to talk about repayments. Even though I got the best punching bag you've ever seen if there are any issues.
Maybe it's because of the punching bag that people are scared to come. So that's why you decided to meet at Tribulations.
Huh. You're going over old ground again, Trite.
Sorry.
You just earned yourself a penalty. Now suck it down.
You will suck down the penalty, Mr. Wright, and you will like it!
Guys, stop.
Will y'all stop?
Right? Please stop. Please stop. Oh no. Okay. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Alright, Oliver Twist. Okay.
Okay, so we can't just press these wildly now. We're officially at that point.
We have officially reached that point. So I'm gonna assume that that's the statement that we get for all of them, which is, oh, you're treading old ground. And then we get a penalty. Okay,
so which one do you think is gonna, like, lead to new information?
You know what, I'm gonna check real quick, now that I'm thinking about it.
Objection!
Oh, it's different. Oh, his
But you
statements
still
are
take
different.
But you still take the penalty.
Yeah, but his statements are different. I like that.
So, which one do you want? Flavor text with penalties?
I mean, they only take 1 bar each, but also I'm a crazy saver. We'll pass it. They're kind of funny, but I can always come back and do it later myself to read them. So
I know, I quickly do so. So, when I opened the door of the joint, I saw one ugly scene. So, I want to press that next.
Yeah, they're kind of funny. I like. Okay, an ugly scene. What do you mean?
The witness has already told us, Trite, which makes that question irrelevant.
But
I limit myself to 17 cups of coffee during a trial. Well, that's the rule. You better limit the number of times you take a penalty, Trite, or your guts will look like the inside of a chimney. Ashen.
Don't make me burn you again, Mr. Wright!
I guess I shouldn't have pressed him on that.
Guess I'm gonna make that special express after all.
So, to recap, this ugly scene you saw was...
Oh my god, I love
Guy
these
was laid
because-
out over the table, stiff as concrete. Stiff
I
as
love
concrete.
these because Godot is just fucking loving this shit.
You get to see Nick suffer, of course he loves it.
He loves it. You mean you saw Glen Oak's dead body?
I guess I did, but I only saw him from behind. He was wearing some raggy bit of cloth he called a hat.
And what time was this?
I don't know.
Huh?
You know what winds me up more than anything else in the world? Watches. Round watches. I ain't gonna pollute my paws with some chicken henpecker.
Out of interest, Mr. Tigre, what winds you up the second most?
Huh? What do you think? Square watches.
Is this guy for real?
Look, all I needed to know was that something bad was going down at that place. Oh, we didn't take a hit for that one. Okay.
Oh, neat.
I figured if the place wasn't hot already, it was just gonna be, so I split.
So you didn't actually set foot inside the restaurant then?
Wait a minute.
This
He went in.
Yeah.
Huh?
I was gonna say the statement was already there, but yeah.
I'm just thinking, so he went in, he's claiming he just saw Glenn laying there face down on a table. Immediately thought, cops are coming, better scram.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. The Tiger's a busy cat. I don't hang around for no one. I ain't got time to ain't nobody got time for that.
Yep.
You know full well that if this game had come out after that, that reference would be in here somewhere.
Oh, it would have been. Absolutely.
In fact, I don't remember Game 6 that well. And that one came out after that, so who knows, maybe it's actually in there.
It could be.
I ain't got time to be caught up in no murder investigation.
So, when exactly did you pick up the matches?
Their match is just inside the front door. Our detective friend wound up in trouble with the chef after taking 5 books home.
Poor Gumshoe. It's almost enough to make a man cry. We didn't get penalized for that one either.
Okay.
Huh.
I heard the cop's siren on my way out and I went straight back to my office.
You went straight back. Did a bout of guilt suddenly hit you for what you did?
What are you trying to say? You try to tell me you ain't never been guilty of nothing? We all have our crosses to bear. We all have to swallow the dark secrets we hide. Like this! Ugh, that's that good shit.
The courtroom's not exactly the place to talk about dark secrets, is it? I mean, if you're on trial, everybody gonna be talking about your dark secrets. Okay.
It seems you've done it again, Mr. Wright. Another irrelevant line of questioning. I must impose a penalty accordingly.
How about a penalty for those 2 jokers and the garbage they keep coming up with? Right? Well, Nick, what do you think? He's running out of ways to avoid the truth. You need to press him fast before he has time to think things through. Got to come right back at him with a contradiction. Be careful what you press him on, though, or you'll get penalized, okay? Alright, so it looks like the middle-ish 2 statements. So the statement right before the last one, and the statement right before that, we were able to press without a problem. So it's gotta be those 2.
So do we want to press the stiff as concrete one?
Oh, I'm wondering if this is another, like, double press.
Like, we updated information with the later things, so now come back to it.
Yeah, so hold on. I want to read these again real quick. It was laid out over the table, stiff as concrete. Supposed to meet him. He was supposed to meet him at the restaurant that afternoon. That tracks.
Yeah. Ugly scene. We already got penalized for that. We know that's going nowhere. The concrete was safe, and the place wasn't taught already. It was going to be that one was safe.
He heard the sirens on his way out and went straight back to his office. What do we have that we haven't used yet? Okay, we can't use her medical papers yet. Why do we still have Gumshoe's lunchbox? I guess because we never got to give it to Maggie again.
Oh, nope. Oop. I opened up my phone and that was a mistake. I'm not looking at nothing. Nope. Just close that immediately. I'll open up my phone and it's immediately on the walkthrough. It's like, no!
Oh.
I don't want dances yet.
Computer virus made by Glenn. Okay, so...
I'm gonna miss the express train at this rate.
Well, fuck you in particular, bro.
You know, now as I think about it, probably should have been voiced by Vector the Crocodile.
Oh my god, that would have been amazing.
Oh well, hindsight's 50-50.
I'm wondering if it's about the cops. Because he was talking about time. He doesn't carry a watch on him.
Do you want my honest opinion?
Yeah, what do you
I
think?
kind of want to repress the stiffest concrete one.
Alright, fuck it, let's do it.
For the same reason that I actually brought up about, like, how, oh, he thinks cops are going to be there just from that.
Yeah, he could have been taking a nap or something. That's true.
Yeah.
How did he know he was dead?
Yeah, no, that's what I was bringing up earlier. So all he saw was him face down. Why do you think the cops are... That's what I was getting at earlier.
Yeah, that makes sense. Alright. You mean you saw Glenn Elk's dead body?
I guess I did, but I only saw him from behind. He was wearing some raggy bed cloth he called a hat.
And what time was this?
Okay, let's just skip through because we already saw this part. Let's see
Yeah,
if
this
they're
is the
round
same.
watches, handpecker,
Oh, okay,
square
this
watches.
was the statement where he said watches.
You know something bad's going down at that place.
Okay, well then I guess we'll do the cops one again.
If it wasn't hot
Oh.
already, it was gonna be.
Is this new? This might be new right here. So you didn't actually set foot inside the restaurant then? Nope. Okay, that was the same. So how did he know if he wasn't even in the restaurant? Yeah, so if he never saw, how did he see the body if he was never in there?
I am going to throw a thing at him real quick.
I'm thinking, I'm gonna try this real quick and see if it pans out. Because I'm a safety saver, so let's see what happens if I do this.
Shit. Well, mine was wrong. And what's yours?
I think mine was wrong too. God damn it. I was hoping that would work. So I was hoping that now that we had pressed those other statements and gotten that information, I could have gone back to him saying when he opened the doors he saw the ugly scene. Because it's like, well, how did you see it if you didn't actually go in? But whatever.
Okay, I have another idea here. Let me try it this way. Boop. Nope. How much bar you got?
I have a full bar right now. Because I save scum. Like a horrible person.
Do you mind trying on the stiffest concrete one, throwing the floor plans at it?
Okay. I was gonna work toward... I had a thought that was similar to that. I hadn't gotten there yet, though. Okay. That was it, then.
That was it?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay. Because I tried throwing the crime scene photo at both statements. Neither of those worked. I threw the floor plans at the I split part. And it's like, okay, that didn't work. Now I'm down to 10%.
Yeah, because, it's like, how could he have seen it if he wasn't even in there? So that...
And there's a partition.
Yeah. So that was the part that I was working towards when you were just like, oh, do the thing. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I only got to that part because I'd already thought, like, oh, if this... At first I was thinking along the lines of, oh, if this is all you saw, why would you think the cops are coming? But that didn't work, so it's like, okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. The floor plans, partition, duh. Let me try throwing that. And then it didn't work. I'm like, well, I want to try this other one, but I'm down to 10%.
Right? Alright. You're something of a loan-collecting pro, aren't you, Mr. Tigray?
No one escapes the tiger's clutches.
Well, I'm something of a lie-detecting pro.
I will quickly say I am glad I didn't go with Vector, because, oh my god, my throat would be murdered by now if I kept trying to talk to, like, Vector for this guy.
Oh, gosh. Alright, well, today we learned.
Because I already just thought about it, and my throat was like, please don't.
Yeah, don't do this to me.
My body knows its limits, thankfully, so...
How could this happen to me? Okay. And no one escapes the Phoenix clutches. Ha ha! I'm a bird.
I don't exist.
Right? I'm not real. Oh. Okay. I think it's time we got something straight.
Be the first coming from you, Trite.
God damn it. I was thinking the same thing.
What's this, Trite? A new line of irrelevant questioning?
These are the floor plans of the crime scene. Also, fuck you. I'm ignoring that. You say you were standing at the entrance, Mr. Tigray. From there, your field of vision would have covered an area something like this.
Indeed, the witness would have had a clear view of the victim's seat.
Isn't that what I just said? I saw the back of the kid's head. Dropping bars up here. Make
Man.
you see stars up here.
Lately, I've been loving losing sleep. I'm just kidding. Okay. I'm sorry. I like that song.
It's I mean, it's a good song. Just, oh my god, I never want to hear it again.
Okay, fair enough. Right. Unfortunately for you, that is not possible. If the court would think back, you'll remember that between each of the tables is a tall partition.
Okay, between the tables is a partition. Nick, in that one's case, that's a fucking wall.
Exactly. It's a legit wall. Okay.
What? That's true!
Now look at the plans again. The truth is painfully obvious. From the entrance, the field of vision of any customer walking in ends here. Ooh, he's sweating now.
I'm doing my Wright impression. Am I sweating enough for it?
No. Okay. So, from the entrance of Tribulations, you couldn't have seen the victim's seat. But you did see the victim that day because you met with him.
Wrong. Have you forgotten the old man's testimony yesterday? The victim was alone at his table.
But the defense just proved that point to be moot. The victim, witnessed by Mr. Kudo, was not Glenn Elg, but a fake.
What? Was I asleep during that part?
Yes. Bro, we talked about this earlier. Were you paying attention? Alright. In order to have Mr. Kudo falsely testify, the real killer posed as the victim he had just killed and acted out a charade.
I love charades!
Yeah.
Ooh, can we play?
No, Your Honor. No. Just, no.
Let's see, movie. 3 words. First word, time! Time to kill! Yay, I win!
I'm so good at this game.
No one even did anything, Your Honor.
Alright,
I
round
win!
2.
That's it. Just bangs his gavel. I win. The end.
Right?
That will do. This trial has gone on long enough without the obvious question being answered. Who exactly was this real killer who impersonated the victim? You say the killer murdered Glenn Elg, and then impersonated his victim in a performance for Victor Kudo. In that case, Mr. Wright, reveal the identity of this criminal to the court.
Okay, well fuck, we're already here. Obviously, the killer is Furio Tigre. No one else could have done it.
What? Well, witness?
Now that's cute. You think you can pin this on the tiger? Maybe you don't understand. The tiger's king of the jungle. So I dares you to say it again. Come on, you got the guts.
You get the...
Hey.
What? Oh, the music?
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
man, get Godot back in here. We can have a battle of the jazz themes.
Yay. Although as much as I like this song, I gotta be honest, I think Godot's wins. Not just because
hell yeah.
Godot's hot, but...
Not just his music you can make love to.
Right? Anyway. I will say I really enjoy this theme just because it's fun.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You can't threaten me, Mr. Tigre! It's the defense! Go ahead and tell the witness, Mr. Wright!
That was well executed.
Oh my god!
There are just some things you can't pull off with 3D, I swear.
Fucking so good, dude! Oh my god. Perfection. Mr. Wright!
Sounds to me like it must be you, old man. You've got guts, I'll give you that.
Mr. Wright! Do not leave me to handle this alone!
Huh. Perhaps I can end this embarrassment.
Mr.
That
Godot!
was not
thank
Godot's
God.
voice, that was just my voice, the hell.
Right?
Okay. Let's just go back over Mr. Kudo's testimony one more time. The old man didn't see just the victim. Oh, no. Serpico brought him a Javicino, but she was putting something in it. There's no question about it. She was very conspicuously put some white powder in there. Was the victim he saw the real victim or not? That doesn't matter. The fact remains, he saw the accused put the poison in the coffee.
Ooh. Yes, it was the waitress who poisoned the coffee.
Phoenix! Oh my god. Okay. Very impressive, Mr. Godot. Waiting for my absence to launch your attack.
Huh.
He's so not impressed.
Found your pen at last, Trite?
Fuck you. It was in my pocket, I swear.
Okay, how about your spine?
That was also in my pocket.
He just like sort of trails away like Ron. That was also in my pocket.
Yeah. That was fuck you. Okay. But anyway, Mr. Kudo witnessed two people that day. He saw the victim, the supposed Mr. Glenn Elg, and the waitress from behind.
Yes, your point, Mr. Wright.
I think the conclusion is obvious. If this Glenn Elg was really the killer in disguise, then surely it's possible the waitress was also part of the show.
What? You mean the waitress was an imposter as well?
The defendant, Miss Bird, fell unconscious immediately after the incident. And someone used her fainting to hatch an elaborate plan to pin the murder on her.
Who on earth was it? Who was this waitress that Mr. Kudo witnessed?
Obviously, it was our good old Viola.
Who is this woman? Is it Daisy?
No, Your Honor, moving on.
Perfect. Okay. Her name is Viola Cadaverini. She's an employee of Tender Lender.
You're making a big mistake. Do you know who Violetta's grandfather is? You better be going home in the... What? You better be going home in a truck tonight if you know what I mean.
Stop shaking, Nick! Where was I? Yes, the defendant, Miss Bird, has stated the following. Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table, it's true there was another customer in the restaurant. She was sort of creepy, and she had a kind of cackling laugh.
Shit.
There were just too many contradictions in this case. The second man at the victim's table, who nobody but Miss Bird seems to have seen. The earpiece worn by the victim in his left ear when that eardrum was ruptured. And the radio show he was supposedly listening to half an hour after it was over. There was only one logical explanation that clears up all of these contradictions. The whole incident took place twice. Once for real, and once for show. And, Mr. Furio Tigre, the only person who could have committed the crime is you.
Witness, what have you got to say?
That's cute.
Sorry.
You's alright. I could do with a guy like you around.
What do you mean?
Okay, I'm in on this game. I'm gonna have to charter a jet just to get to my meeting now, but I'm gonna give you one more thing to think about before I go.
Something to think about.
You's got all wrapped up, but you's missing out on one real important thing.
But that can't be.
I was in the joint that day, and I met that kid too.
Huh?
But I couldn't have poisoned him. You's here?
What? Do you really expect us to believe you now, Mr. Tigre?
What a troublemaker.
Troublemaker?
Looks like we're going to need another one for the road. One more steaming cup of hot testimony.
One more time. Okay.
Indeed! Witness, you will explain yourself to the court! I will give you
Time to
one
celebrate.
more...
What?
It says time to celebrate.
Yep.
I will give you one more chance to testify. What happened that day at Tribulations between yourself and the victim? Please put that tongue away, it's kind of disturbing.
Okay. Witness testimony ties to the victim.
You was kidding me? Ladies love this thing.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I loaned El Cash about $100,000. That day, we was due to have a little chat. The kid had hit his payback date, see? So anyway, he tells me he's got no way to pay up. I'm about to flatten the guy when he starts screaming. Yes, I won $500,000. He got lucky, you know, real lucky. And my tablet just died. Shit. If that waitress hadn't done what she done, everything would have been over.
Give me 1 sec.
Okay, no problem. No problemo.
Alright. Okay.
Now, I see that the principal amount you loaned to Mr. Elg was $50,000.
Yeah, well, you just got the VIG to take the amount. Interest builds up fast, you know? Wait, did I say
faster
amount?
than-
I meant account.
Yeah. That's faster than fast. $100,000 is twice his principal.
And the repayment deadline was December 3rd, the day of the incident in question.
Yeah, he was one lucky kid. He got that $500,000 just in time. So I ain't have no reason to kill the kid. And if I ain't got no motive, you ain't got no case.
Your motive is you wanted the $500,000 to pay off your own fucking loan. Alright. His motive? He has to have one, but what is it?
Nick, come on.
Right? Holy shit, Nick. Alright. Cross-examination ties to the victim. Hey, they didn't say they were gonna penalize us for flavor text this time. So maybe they won't.
Yay! Yeah, I loaned El Cash about $100,000.
Did he have any way of paying the loan back?
Fool was a gambler. He said he couldn't give it up till he landed a big win. So I agreed to help him.
Help him? You?
I kept hitting him with ideas for ways he could get a big win, but the guy kept losing.
So you were helping him for his sake or yours?
Win through compromise. Yous help me, I help yous. What's the difference, huh?
I don't believe this. Nick, would anyone really ever loan money to someone they thought was unreliable? Like, for example, if it were you, I'd only loan you $5 max. Thanks a lot, Maya.
Maya, pack your shit and move out.
Right? Stop freeloading off me, Maya. Alright.
That day, we was due to have a little chat. The kid had hit the payback date, see?
So, how much were you expecting him to pay you back on that day?
What do you think? The whole package. $100,000, including interest.
That's a real heavyweight punch!
Once a client misses a repayment, you call the whole loan in. You want to make it in my world, that's all you's gotta know.
And how many times have Mr. Elg been late with his repayments?
Once.
And how much was he supposed to pay back every month?
$50.
Sounds like Mr. Elg was in a real sticky spot.
$50 a month?
Exactly. It's like what Nick
For
just said.
minimum of 50,000?
Yeah,
Literally in debt the rest of his life at that rate.
exactly. He had $50 a month. He'd never pay that huge loan off.
Yeah, that would be 1,000 months.
Yep.
Minimum.
Yep. Real life.
Okay.
So anyway, he tells me he's got no way to pay up.
How much did he have left on his debt?
You want it in round figures? About $100,000.
That's the whole amount!
We're talking about a guy who had 58 cents left in his wallet. What? You was telling me he wasn't even gonna pay for the coffee? Just insult to injury.
Right? He's like, well, hold on a minute. Okay.
He certainly seems to have been
I'm glad I killed him.
Right.
Shit.
What? I mean...
He certainly seems to have been a brave man, this Mr. Elg.
That guy was smooth, I tell yous. Real smooth. You'll have your money in less than 5 minutes. That's what he says to me. The guy then calls me the Tender Tiger. He was skating on thin ice with me. I'm about to flatten a guy when he starts screaming. Could you please define flattening?
Right? Was that because he...
The guy won the lottery. Was his last chance at a big win.
And you can confirm that this is the ticket in question.
That's it.
The Millionaire Radio Show starts at 1:30 p.m. and runs for 10 minutes. That fixes the time you two met with some accuracy.
The whole scene was acted out again 30 minutes later. Also that Mr. Kudo would see it.
I can still see the kid's face now. I ain't never gonna forget it. Yes, I won $500,000. He got lucky, you know. Real lucky.
Was there anyone else in the restaurant at the time?
I don't remember.
If there was no one there, I'll wear that ridiculous tiger shirt for a month. Mr. Armstrong, Maggie, and if I'm right, Viola Cadaverini were all there at that time.
So, the victim had intended to repay you from his lottery winnings from the beginning.
Seems that way to me.
But you wouldn't normally expect to win the lottery, would you?
Huh. The undying belief that your next roll will end the worst losing streak you ever had. That's what defines a true gambler.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. He makes it sound so cool. Don't be tempted, Nick! You haven't got the willpower for it!
She's not wrong.
Right?
All I know is the kid took a shot and he got lucky in the end. If that waitress hadn't done what she done, everything would have been over.
Alright, last one. The waitress. You mean...
The girl with the glasses in the defendant's chair, who else could I mean? She hadn't gotten away, things would have been bada bing, bada boom, over and done with.
Maybe I should push a little on this. Okay. Okay. Ask about what Maggie did. I have a feeling we have to ask about what she did, but I want to ask how things would have been.
Okay.
What do you mean things would have been over and done with?
Are yous all there or what? I'm talking about the cash. I was there to get my $100,000 back. That's all, I'm a businessman. It was all come together before that waitress got in the way.
As far as I can tell from the witness's testimony, other than recouping his loan, Mr. Tigre had no motive for killing the victim. Witness, you amend your testimony to reflect what you just said.
Damn it. Progress. The tiger's motive, huh?
I was after the $100,000. I didn't have no other reason to kill the guy.
Damn it, and that replaced the last statement. Alright, fine. Let's just press it again. Are you saying you had no other motives that day?
Yeah, so what? I'm still a rock star. Then why didn't you take the lottery ticket when you left? Why do you think? Because of Four Eyes over there.
Because of Maggie?
But you go ask Four Eyes about that $500,000 ticket. She wants so bad, she poisoned Elk's coffee.
A likely theory. Your word hasn't held water lately, Mr. Tigre.
Let's not forget this witness was actually at the scene, Wright. The law don't exactly agree with some of the deals I send down. I couldn't be there when the cops showed up, so I split.
I see.
Your Honor? The witness's last few statements are worth a good 2 cups of coffee.
Well, Mr. Wright, are you happy with the testimony or would you like it amended?
I don't know how to answer that. Cause I'm wondering because
No, see, so he's saying he has no other motives.
and we know he does have another motive, which is why I'm leaning towards having it amended. And that also sounds like progress. But you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. Have it amended. I'm not going to get anywhere with the testimony as it stands. Your Honor, the defense would like the testimony amended.
Very well. Witness, you will amend your testimony to reflect your recent statements, please.
Thanks to what she did, my business with that kid was over.
Okay. Let's press it one more time. Fuck it. The tiger's trying to pin the crime on Maggie. If I ask him about what he saw, it's only going to damage our case. What do you mean things would have been over and done with?
That I think it just loops. Yeah,
Oh,
it
did
does. Yep, it just says the same thing now. What happens if we have it amended again?
Will it go back?
Let me see. It did. Okay.
It did! Oh, that's so cool! Oh, that's so cool! So you have to actually make sure it's set to the right one.
That is cool.
I
So
like
obviously we
that.
know which one's the right one.
Yeah, it's gotta be this one.
Yeah, so...
Do we have his bill?
We do, yes. We have the Viola's medical papers. That's the second to last thing. But I was personally gonna present the MC Bomber.
Okay. Do you want me to try that for you? Since you're gonna...
Yeah, sure.
You're gonna die? I'm pretty sure it's the loan papers, but I'll try the MC Bomber. Okay, that worked. So that worked, but however, real quick, I'm gonna see if the other one worked. I'm gonna see if it's both, because I'm curious now. I want to see if my thought worked. It's both! Both work.
Both. Both is good.
Yes, both. Both is good. Okay.
Classic.
So, you just intended to get back the $100,000 Mr. Elg owed you, correct?
I loaned the guy the cash, so that's my right.
Unfortunately for Mr. Elg, $100,000 wasn't enough to cover it, was it?
Oh, you're on a different thing.
Oh, it is? Cool!
I don't believe the $100,000 is what you were really after.
Okay, well then I'll go to yours.
No, we can go ahead. No, let's see the parallel worlds. Let's see them. I'll just read off any discrepancies between the two.
Okay. Well then, this is fun. I like it.
What are you getting at, Wright? What else would a money lender be after other than money?
Okay, hold on. So mine's different. Mine says, about 6 months ago, you were involved in a traffic accident, weren't you? An accident involving a car and a scooter, in which a young woman was injured. She was taken to the hospital where she underwent surgery.
On my end, it was, oh, the money lender was after money, but money in a totally different league. The kind of money that a single disc like this would fetch.
Okay? And then so Tigre's like, where did you get all this info? Info. Okay. These medical papers document the treatment of the young woman in question. According to these, her operation cost $1 million. Payment for these expenses was due in December of last year and was paid in full. $1
$1 million?
On the flip side, Tigre with just exclamation point. Judge is like, what is that? A computer virus, Your Honor. A virus called MC Bomber. A computer virus? What does one of those do? A computer virus is a program that wreaks havoc on the insides of a computer. A computer? What does one of those do? Damn it, Judge. I guess the beard isn't the only part of his honor that is from the Stone Age. I'll explain it to you later, Your Honor. Right now, this is the important point. A virus like MC Bomber would be worth several $1 million on the black market. Several $1 million? Okay, I'll let you quickly hop back over to yours. And meanwhile, in another universe...
Right? This is great.
$1 million? A preposterous sum! Someone should sue these HMOs!
Huh. Right? HMOs. Alright. Ha! No one would pay a bill like that. If the medical association got wind of it, the hospital would end up as dead as a morgue. But Mr. Tigre had no choice but to pay, because his very life depended on it. Roar! Rabble, 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 rabble. Have you gotten to an order yet? Or
To a what yet?
to like the judge going order?
Oh, but I can. Lending money with no hope of ever seeing repayment would normally be bad for business. But in this case, the very fact that Glen Elg had no way to repay the money is crucial. What? Glen Elg was a programmer, a highly skilled programmer. That skill was the collateral Mr. Elg put up in order to borrow the money. You're trying to suggest the witness's motive was to get hold of that program? Exactly. The witness may have poor fashion sense, but he is by no means an idiot, Wright. A man like him could get his hands on $1 million without resorting to murder. Of course he could, provided that he had time. But what if he had needed the money right then? When the pressure's on, the luxury of choice tends to disappear. It seems you have a logical conclusion for this theory, Mr. Wright. Okay, I guess I'll leave it there while you continue in your dimension.
Okay.
Order! Order! You say his life depended on it, Mr. Wright?
Indeed it did. Simply because the injured woman was none other than Viola Cadaverini. Did you say Cadaverini? Bruto Cadaverini, mob boss in charge of all underworld activities in the city, and doting grandfather to his precious Violetta, also known as Viola Cadaverini.
Phew.
Your
He's
life was
fit.
Yeah, he's fit. He did the spit take.
Nice.
Your life was in danger unless you paid compensation to the boss, correct? It makes sense. You were desperate to acquire the $1 million Cadaverini demanded of you. So desperate, in fact, that you decided to sacrifice Glen Elg's life to pay your debt. Rabble, rabble, rabble.
Order! What do you say to that, witness?
Grrr. It's a nice little fairy tale, trite. But even if the witness did need $1 million, that doesn't tie him to Mr. Elg's murder. Mr. Elg only owed him $100,000 and had no hope of repaying it anyway. Yeah, that guy wasn't worth my spit. He's Southern now. Don't worry about it. I don't think so. In fact, the opposite is true. The opposite? Lending money with no hope of ever seeing repayment would normally be bad for business. But in this case, the very fact that Glen Elg had no way to repay the money is crucial.
What?
Do you know where you're going with this, Nick? You've got to think outside the box, Maya. Outside the box? It's very straightforward. Mr. Tigre wasn't after the $100,000 at all.
It seems you have a logical conclusion for this theory, Mr. Wright.
Oh, hey, we're finally caught up.
Wow.
Alright.
Would you care to share it with us? What exactly was Mr. Tigre after?
And now we're gonna diverge.
Why
again.
did Mr. Tigre need money to the tune of $1 million?
Right?
file his medical papers on my end.
And I'm gonna pick MC Bomber.
My turn for a little while. In December of last year, you found yourself in need of a huge amount of money. About 6 months ago, you were involved in a traffic accident, weren't you? Oh, is this gonna be all the same dialogue?
We flipped it.
An accident involving car and a scooter in which a young man was injured. Underwent surgery. How much of this do you knows? Okay. Yep. $1 million. $1 million? Someone should sue those HMOs. Okay, yep.
Alright, then I'm just gonna...
So cool.
I'm gonna skim through mine then.
Same. Grawr! You robble. Order! You say your life depended on it. Did you say cadaverini? They make the worst coffee. Robble. So, okay.
Hold on, I'm not there yet. I'm actually reading this. Because, like, I was listening to you, but at the same time, it's different actually reading it.
Right. I'm on now. On the day of the murder, Mr. Tigre's sole intention was to get his hands on this CD. Because now we've got crossover point here.
Alright, I'll join you in a minute. $100,000, isn't that right? Oh, here we go. Yep, I just reached it. On the day of the murder, Mr. Tigre's sole intention was to get his hands on this CD. Glen Elg had no way of paying back the $100,000, and Mr. Tigre knew it. But
that was fun.
That was fun.
Well, like, as it's like our two universes diverged, met at a crossroads and diverged in opposite directions, then came back to meet back on the one universe.
I liked that. I liked that it actually switched the order instead of just being like, hey, these two things do a thing. You know?
Right.
They do the same thing. It was like, well, they're both important here, but depending on which one you choose first is the order it goes in.
I will say, I would have given them major props, though, if they came up with entirely different text for, like, which order you choose them in. Because that was a lot of text.
It really was.
But granted, both sides are basically the same, whichever order you go in. But again, it would have just been amazing if what is said is entirely different if you go 1 plus 2, rather than 2 plus 1.
Exactly. That was really neat. Okay.
Yep.
It made it a bitch for the stream, but sorry guys.
Yeah. We had our fun experimentation there.
Right? Unfortunately, we had our fun at their expense, but they'll get over it. But then a miracle happened. The kind that Mr. Tigre would prefer to say never happened. But he can't, and neither can I.
The lottery win?
Exactly. At the 11th hour, Mr. Elg won $500,000 on the lottery, which left Mr. Tigre with no way of getting his hands on the all-important CD. At least, no legitimate way. So he resorted to illegitimate means.
That's crazy. You're crazy!
Am I? Anyway. I thought you were gonna say yes! And then I was gonna be like, bitch, I might be! Anyway.
I was trying to think of a joke of, like, what Phoenix could be doing that's like, am I crazy? When it's, like, very clear he's crazy.
Right. Alright. He murdered Glen Elg, and then made his next move, to frame Maggie Bird for the crime. Mr. Tigre posed as Glen Elg, while Viola Cadaverini played the role of Miss Bird. And then they reenacted the whole thing in order to establish a witness. This poor guy. This is the wrong at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yep.
The witness being the one we all heard testify yesterday, Mr. Victor Godot.
Objection! Like I said, Wright, that's crazy. No one could pull off a stunt like that. For starters, there's no way the chef could have been kept in the dark about it.
He wasn't. but Mr. Armstrong was in on it from the very beginning. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Godot? Were you sleeping like the judge? Alright. Mr. Armstrong owed the witness money too. $500,000, in fact. He had no choice but to go along with Mr. Tigre's plan.
I don't nap during the court anymore, actually. Ever since Todd went on vacation, this new bailiff keeps me awake.
Right? Uh-oh, I missed a thing. Hold on, I'll
Order, silence in the courtroom. You just put on a good show, Spiky. If you just want to stay alive in the loan shark business, you gotta be careful. You saying I dressed up like that kid, create a witness, and frame someone? If I did something crazy like that, I'd leave a trail as bright as my shirt. I ain't dumb enough to do something sloppy like that.
Gumshoe? No? Okay. I agree.
You do? Well, good. I'm glad we have that cleared up. Bye, everybody.
Right? Alright, see ya. Arrivederci. Okay. Despite your appearance, you are very careful. That's why you took one more precaution. One more trick to make sure Miss Bird had no way out.
What? Another one, Mr. Wright?
Interesting. Why don't you fill us all in, Trite? What was this trick you say Mr. Tigre performed to frame the accused?
Is it the court case? Is it the court case?
The court case, what?
Because remember, we're retrying a case that was already proven to be guilty.
Oh yeah, duh. So...
That's my thought, anyway. I'm gonna run with it. Fuck it. It's gotta be the magazine clipping.
Wait, what? Oh. I was gonna say the badge, but okay.
Aww. Maybe? He's shaking his head. He doesn't like it. Aw. Damn it, I picked the wrong thing, I think.
Penalty, guilty, good night.
Oh, hold on, let me see. It's just a little intro, that's cute. I love it. Okay, yeah, you're right, it probably is the badge. I was thinking it was the newspaper thing. Because, it was the actual court case, but you're right, the badge makes more sense. So I'll cycle back to that. I was so excited. I was like, yay, it did a thing. I remembered an old piece of evidence that could be useful. Just kidding. It was too old.
Objection.
It was just a little too old.
That evidence has expired.
Yeah, it's expired.
So we throwing the paper badge?
Yeah, I gotta get there real quick, though. Because I reloaded, because I'm a horrible person.
No.
Alright. Godot, stop drinking your coffee. For like 5 seconds. Alright. Paper badge. Take that! There it goes. Yeah, so you're right.
Okay, good.
What on earth is that? What an insult to think anyone could be fooled by such a childish imitation!
Consider yourself insulted, Your Honor. Mr. Tigre, you didn't just pose as the victim on the day in question. A month ago, in this very court, you posed as me.
What? That's...
The truth.
But... the witness looks nothing like you, Mr. Wright. Although... now that I think about it, it was you, wasn't it?
Shit.
No doubt it was... oh, no doubt it was you, standing in here, this very court, a mere month ago. The Phoenix Wright who put up the most disreputable, shabby defense I had ever seen.
I should have said disreputable.
What?
I mean, the way I pronounced that word was incorrect, I think. So.
Oh, disreputable?
Yeah.
Can you prove that, Gramps? Prove the attorney who represented the accused here a month ago was this man? Are you prepared to take the stand and testify that it was him? Hey, forget about it, yeah?
Huh?
I wouldn't do something like that, not me. You made a mistake, right? It was someone else, huh?
Have you no pride, sir?
This isn't a matter of pride. This ain't no be prepared. In case you didn't know, Wright, here in court, we deal with people's lives.
Ooh, Jeremy Irons would be a half-decent Godot, too.
Yeah. Actually, probably a better Edgeworth.
Ooh!
Right?
Ooh. Ooh.
Alright, you
sorry.
okay there?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Mr. Godot is right!
Moving on.
Do you need a minute? Need a
No,
towel?
I'm good. Your Honor.
Speaking for myself, I am absolutely convinced. The attorney in question was the witness standing before me? No! However, I preside over this court as the judge, with the vested power to hand down a verdict. Someone in my position cannot be swayed by a memory without evidence to support it.
No! Shit.
If the defense has no further evidence, the court will now excuse the witness. The circumstances surrounding Mr. Tigre are dubious for sure, but not conclusive.
But we've come so far.
You say he impersonated Glenelg. You say he impersonated you. But none of that adds up to a murder charge. You don't have a shred of evidence that the witness poisoned the victim's coffee.
Ugh. Gumshoe? Shit, he recovered.
Sucks to be you, Wright. He actually said the thing. Don't mess with the tiger, or you're gonna get mauled. You just got that?
All we managed to do here was chase him around a bit. But I was so close to getting him to admit his own guilt.
Huh. Looks like I won't be needing a refill.
God damn it, Godot. I just had one more piece of evidence. One more piece of evidence, and maybe I could get Maggie off the hook.
One more thing!
Yes, right? Alright, any second now, Gumshoe.
Jackie! I mean, Gumshoe! Okay.
Jackie! Okay.
This witness's cross-examination is over! You are free to go, Mr. Tigre!
Hold it! You wanna sure? There it is.
Oh my god, we got new arm Gumshoe!
Here's okay. So I knew this existed. This has been bothering the shit out of me. When Von Karma came bursting in, and she had this similar artwork, I was like, I wasn't wrong. Someone came busting through the door and had artwork like this. I could have sworn it was Gumshoe, though. But no, he crashed his car. I could have sworn Gumshoe had artwork like this, though. Here it is.
Yay! Gumshoe!
Wait!
Detective?
Detective Gumshoe?
Sorry I took so long, pal. I staked everything on this. My badge still works. So here it is. My heart's counting on this, too.
I stake my badge on a lot of things, pal. Okay.
What is it, Detective?
Isn't it obvious, pal? It's the final decisive pieces of evidence. Pal, please tell me this is final and decisive.
What?
I love Gumshoe so much.
January 8th, 2:48 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Numero Uno. Sorry it took so long, pal, but I finally got the results from the lab.
The results?
About the prince, pal, from the medicine bottle.
Oh! So, do you know who the prince belonged to now?
Do you think I'm some kind of hack detective? Of course I know.
So, tell us! They're the tigers, right? I knew it!
You bet. Queer as crystal all over the bottle. The Furio Tigres pop a prince, all right.
That's great! We've got him now, Nick! What's wrong with you? You've hardly said a word since Detective Gumshoe got
It
here!
doesn't really do anything for our defense, though, right? Like, cool, he's got fingerprints on his medicine bottle. Whoop-de-doo. How does that prove that he was impersonating anyone?
Well, it depends on where he kept it, because if it was in his clothes, he would have had to take it out.
Maybe.
Because he took he wore the man's clothes.
Supposedly.
Yeah. Anyway, let's see. He's laid everything on the line for this, Nick! I know. Look, I'm sorry. This is kind of hard to say, but it really doesn't make any difference whose prints are on that bottle now.
Huh? What? Why not?
What we need to produce at this stage in the trial is irrefutable evidence that the tiger put poison in Glen Oak's coffee. He's already admitted that he met the victim. The fact that his prints are on this bottle, that really doesn't make any difference now.
I knew it. Wait, no matter how hard I try, I'm never of any use.
Hey, don't be so hard on yourself.
This was our last chance to help Maggie, and I've been working on some ruthless piece of evidence the whole time. It's alright, I'm a real loser. It's not breaking news to me, pal.
My heart. Is this supposed to be Maggie, I think?
I don't know. All I know
it
is that lone line spoke to me.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is. Detective Gumshoe? Maggie! You've been working on something. For me?
Sorry I let you down, Maggie. I know you didn't do it. And I'm a detective. We're supposed to be able to prove stuff like that. I'm really sorry. I'll get out of your hair now.
Detective Gumshoe, wait! He's gone. Isn't there anything we could do now, Nick? I wish there was. Gumshoe worked so hard to get that evidence. If only there was some way I could use it.
Small bottle put into pocket. The victim's ear medicine covered in Furio Tigre's fingerprints. January 8th, 3:04 p.m., District Court, Courtroom number 4.
Okay. Is this the last part, I guess?
Yep.
Okay.
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
I granted you a recess I granted you a recess so you could prepare this decisive evidence you've discovered. I'm starving, I haven't had my lunch, and now I'm tongue-tied, so I'm really pissed off.
I just want to go home, Mr. Wright.
Right? Yes.
Don't keep us all in suspense, Trite. Show us. Naturally, we can assume it's evidence that will actually stand up in court, can't we?
Think Phoenix? Don't let Gumshoe's hard work go to waste.
How much more of my time are yous gonna waste? I ain't been to no court before, but yous lawyers sure know how to blow things out of proportion.
No doubt, given the nature of the evidence, it will speak for itself. Nevertheless, you will talk us through it, Mr. Wright.
Well, I know I can't prove anything new with this evidence. I'm really backed into a corner here. But maybe if he thinks he's got me beat, he'll let his guard down a bit.
Don't keep us waiting any longer, Mr. Wright. Present this final decisive piece of evidence to the court.
Alright.
Have a bottle.
Have this small bottle. This is the defense's final piece of evidence.
Isn't that the victim's?
Your Honor, naturally, the court is already aware of the contents of this bottle. However, interesting new information has come to light. We have clearly identified some fingerprints on it. Fingerprints belonging to you, Mr. Tigre.
What?
But, Mr. Wright, what conclusion are you hoping to draw from this new information?
Everyone in here knows what this bottle contains, except one man. One person in this courtroom should theoretically be in the dark.
My prints are in that. My prints are on that pansy-looking bottle. Is that what you're saying? Well, what the hell's in it anyway?
Oh, this is fun. A phony trial, a phony lawyer, and phony clues. Everything about this case has been phony. Seems like the perfect excuse for some phony evidence. That's illegal! Okay. Alright. Mr. Tigre, this is the decisive piece of evidence that will prove your guilt. Why?
I don't know how much of that bar it takes.
What?
I don't know how much of that bar it's taken from you, but again, I'm sitting at only 10% here, and I just see the bar pop up, and I'm like, I'm in danger.
Right? Classic Simpsons meme. Okay. Okay, why? Because it contains Mr. Armstrong's oils. No, I'm just kidding. It's got to be the potassium cyanide since we're going for phony evidence.
Yep, here's hoping.
Yep. This bottle contains potassium cyanide.
Potassium cyanide?
The poison used to murder Mr. Elg, Your Honor. The victim's killer used this very bottle. And on this bottle, Mr. Tigre, we found your fingerprints. Well, how do you explain that?
You'd make a good clown, you know that?
What?
Yous ain't never gonna get this to stick. You's just making me laugh now. You think a cheap bluff like that's gonna fool the tiger?
A bluff.
I can see straight through you, Phoenix Wright. That ain't the bottle with the cyanide in it.
No. This is the bottle we found traces of the poison in.
Don't mess with the tiger or you're gonna get ripped to shreds. The cyanide bottle was brown, it was made of glass. That cheap piece of trash don't look nothing like it.
Why he dumb? Godot's like, fuck!
Fuck everything about this case.
Right?
Got him!
Got him! At last!
What? Why's everyone gone quiet? I shed that bottle.
Is this the bottle you're referring to?
Yeah, that's it. That's the bottle the cyanide was in. But yous ain't gonna find my prints on that bottle. Don't let that cozy-looking suit fool you people. That lawyer's just playing games. Tell him, Mr. Prosecutor. Tell that guy where to go.
You still haven't figured it out? Don't you realize what you just said?
What I said? What did I just say?
You were summoned to this court for the first time earlier today. If you really had nothing to do with the murder, you shouldn't have known all the little details. For instance, you shouldn't have known what kind of bottle the potassium cyanide was in. You dumb bitch! Okay. But just now...
Dumb bitch!
Yeah. You dumb bitch! Okay.
Like, Nick and Maya just keep going back and forth. You dumb bitch!
Right? And he's like, stop it! He turns into Ron.
Stop it!
Okay. But just now, you slipped up in front of every single person in this courtroom. You described the exact bottle used by the killer to hold the poison.
No hablo inglés.
No hablo inglés.
Yous don't know who yous messing with. I'm the tiger. I control billions of dollars on the black market. You think I'm gonna let some jumped up soup get the better of me?
Bitch, I just did. But, no, I was thinking, if he's, like, from Brooklyn, and they use, like, a, you know, Italian-adjacent accent, it's like, no parlo inglese.
No parlo inglese.
Yeah. Anyway. Sure, the last piece of evidence was phony. But that's just what you deserve. The phony trial with a phony lawyer. It was all played out by you, the biggest phony of all.
Grrr.
I'm not doing this full scream.
That's okay. I don't blame you. Because it just goes, oh god!
And here's where that sprite comes from the music video that you saw.
Okay. That makes sense.
I remember you watching the Beelzebuts being like, what is happening?
Oh! What?
What's going on?
It looks like a blackout. Well done, Trite. I saved my 17th cup of coffee just for you.
I knew it!
Savor it. While you watch the police restrain your prey.
I knew it. When I saw the bug eyes, I was like, he threw coffee at him, didn't he?
Mr. Wright, you caught a tiger by his toe, but if this one hollers, he won't be let go. Look at me, I know nursery rhymes.
Okay.
Ashes, ashes, they all fall down. Like a
That
London
one's
Bridge.
Yeah, that one's about the plague.
Okay.
I was alive for that, you know.
Takes me back.
What, Your Honor?
Oh, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Now then, how are things going with Mr. Tigre, Mr. Godot?
He is being arrested on suspicion of the murder of Glenn Elg, Your Honor.
Fortunately for us, we managed to rectify a very grave error. Miss Bird was found guilty in the absence of a genuine defense attorney.
Yes, she was.
And in the absence of genuine evidence. But the tiger made one mistake.
Indeed. He very nearly got away with everything if it wasn't for that one slip of the tongue. Furio Tigre is a truly frightening criminal.
Well, he was, but you know, the chair now.
Yep. And now he's going to be executed.
The truly frightening one is that defense attorney over there.
Aw, thank you, Godot. Godot? He complimented me.
I think.
I'm getting heart palpitations. Okay. I need to call Edgeworth after this. Okay.
Well, I'm now in a position to deliver my verdict. This court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird,
Not.
Guilty! She's in the salute pose.
Yay!
That is all. This court is adjourned. Now get the fuck out of here. I need to go get my lunch.
And also go find out what the hell happened to Todd. Haven't heard from him in over a week.
Yeah. I hope he's having fun on vacation.
January 8th, 4:10 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1.
Mr. Wright! I'm at a loss for words! Thank you, sir! Congratulations, Maggie! I was so mad when Mr. Wright landed me in all that trouble a month ago. But now, I feel like I can forgive him. Hey, that wasn't me, Maggie. That was the tiger. Look, Nick! In the doorway! Detective Gumshoe.
Oh, guess I'll be hang off then. See you around, pal.
Wait! Detective Gumshoe.
Oh yeah. Congratulations, Maggie.
Thanks.
I knew you were innocent all along.
Why didn't you say that in your testimony then?
Huh? Oh, well, I was... shit, but well, shit, I'll be heading off. She around.
Wait up, detective! He just ran off. Maggie, why are you being so hard on him? He busted his butt for you. It's thanks to him that we got the medication bottle. That wasn't even of any use. But it's only because Mr. Wright used it so cleverly. Detective Gumshoe was just running around in circles. Poor guy. Looks like she still isn't
Doesn't
ready
change
to
the
forgive
fact that the effort is there, damn it.
I know, right? Also, the man has to do his job, unfortunately. Like,
Yeah.
you should understand that. You were a cop.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like she still isn't ready to forgive him. Can't you put in a good word for him, Nick? Yeah, Maya's right. I should help Gumshoe out. It's clear he needs it. Oh, the lunchbox! Maggie. You know, Detective Gumshoe's been really worried about you through all of this. I wanted to believe that, sir. But on that first day of the trial, he practically gave the judge a free pass to lock me up. He didn't have any choice, Maggie. He's a detective. He has to report the facts. He doubted me, that's why. He thought I might have done it. I've got to prove to her that Gumshoe really cares about her. I know, I'll give her a little present to celebrate her freedom. Hold on to this damn lunchbox. It's probably fucking stale. And gross.
After a day, I hope it's actually got a lid on it, unlike the picture.
Right? Here you are. A present to celebrate your freedom. That's a present from Detective Gumshoe, made with a ton of love. He said you lost weight and he was worried about you. Detective Gumshoe? I actually really like weenies, you know? Did you guys hear that? I'm pretty hungry myself, you know? Yeah, the trial dragged on a bit today, didn't it? Is it okay if I eat this now?
You know, to be fair, actually, how long have we been streaming? 4.5 hours?
Yeah.
And and this is currently like 6 hours after the start of court, so we're almost we're getting dangerously close to like 1-to-1 territory in terms of time.
Right. Yep. Alright. So, how is it, Maggie? It's really good. Aww. She loves it. So the case of phony versus genuine comes to an end. The false allegations surrounding Maggie have all been cleared up. And who knows? Maybe a whole new chapter of her life is about to start.
Yay.
Yay. Yay.
I'm waiting. I'm excited for your reaction to the next episode. Just the picture of the next episode.
Edward's back!
Actually, no.
What?
Notice the title, Turnabout Beginnings.
It's past? What? We gotta go back to the past? Samurai Jack? I'm just kidding.
Yeah. How do you like? Because that being said, how do you like his outfit?
I love it.
Younger Edgeworth for you.
Oh my god, he's adorable. Aw, that means we can't hit on him in this episode because he might not be. Aw. Unless
well, there is. Well, he's not that much younger.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna be, I think, I think 22. I think in this case when it comes through.
Oh,
but
so
that
it's
being
only like a year before the original game.
2 years? Actually, no. He might be 21.
Okay.
Might be. Yeah.
Okay, good. So So we don't need the FBI to be called on us.
But there's also one other reason we won't be able to hit on him. But
Okay. I guess we'll leave that to next time.
I'll leave the fact that he's 21 in this. That should be a pretty decent clue, I think, as to why you can't hit on him.
Well, because Nick's not here.
Yep.
So. Sad.
You get what that means, though, again, right?
Oh, is he the bad guy again?
No, not where I'm going with it. If Nick's not here...
Von Karma's here?
If Nick's not here, who are you playing as?
Are we Mia? Do we get to be Mia?
Next time, probably tomorrow night. Assumedly tomorrow night. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I have time tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, let me quickly check, actually, before we wrap up. I just want to see, like, do I think we'll be able to get through... Ooh. Yeah. Assuming that we spend as much time in this on the trial, we should, I think, be able to get through this episode in about the same amount of time that we got through today's court. Maybe a little bit longer.
Oh, because you said there's 5, and this one's really short, right?
Yes, this one's significantly shorter.
Oh.
This one is...
So this is like a prelude to the last case. So whatever we're doing here is important for the last case, I'm guessing.
Correct.
Okay.
Extremely. This one's just a bridge to episode 5.
But Edward's back. I know it's the past, but he's back. Yay.
That being said, thank you everyone for watching. Feel free to join us tomorrow night. We're going to be picking back up, going into episode 4. Hopefully being able to do all of episode 4. I'm thinking we'll be able to.
Well, we'll see what we can do.
Yep. For now, though, good night, everybody.
Yep. Thank you guys for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye, Zels.
Adios.